Hello everyone, Namaste. In this video, I'm going to share with you how do I tackle a question like how do I choose, the client chooses whether to do business or stick with an employment. Which one? And how do you go about that? And so if you look at it from a higher perspective, it's quite similar in its analysis, because there are some base things which you need to really cover, like regardless of business or employment, you must search for confidence, positivity, hope, tolerance, and these are efficiency, reliability, and all these things are innate qualities to be successful in a business or employment, regardless, right? So there are some similarities, but there are also some distinctive nuances as well, which I'll share with you. Okay, let's talk about the business first. First, you got to look at the third house. That is the big one, the main one. If it's for business, it's always the third house. Okay, this is the first and the primary thing for you to look at. This is the house of exploration, risk-taking, independence, and the process of creating new values in life. All right. This means that in this house, it is strong. Say if it's really strong, it is well. There's a lot of benefits here. Then there's a possibility that this person has the quality of a business person, all right? Because it shows resourcefulness to reach success in business, okay? But it's not the end. That is the first thing, and there's the first and the most important thing for you to check, the third house. The second thing when it comes to the business is to assess the seventh, which is the house of communion with another soul, right? This will show how tactful, diplomatic, and they put aside their ego and whatnot to get something done. So they in a sense that they're very practical in their approach. There's no emotional attachment here. But that is an important thing. If this is afflicted, then these people will not be good when it comes to talking to their colleagues, their partners, and all that in the business, or into their customers or clients as well. So adaptability in communicating with others. That's what I'm trying to say. The seventh also shows patience and sacrifice for the greater good. Okay, that's another thing about seventh house. The third thing that you need to look at is the 10th house. Now the 10th house shows, 10th house is on both sides, whether it's business or employment, it's on both sides. It shows tenacity and grit, right, to get things done. It's the house of karma, house of action, which includes confidence, tolerance, positivity, hope, right? The last of the houses will be the 11th house for business. Of course, this is house of gains, right? And of course, this 11th is also shared in the employment as well. Whatever that you do must have some kind of a gains in return, right? So the house of gains and its relationship with the third house is very, very, very important. You need to see how is it aspecting, how is it connecting to the third house. There's a bridge between the 11th and the third, and see how is that going on. Everything, when I say see means is everything, right? Especially the positions of the nakshatras in it and the qualities of the nakshatras, and whether the nakshatras are actually suitable for this third and 11th. All these things needs to be assessed. Now, putting aside the houses, now we talk about the grahas for business. Mars is very important. It's very specific for business. Mars is very, very important. It has to be there. Mars must be in well positioned. Rahu is another quality for business as well. It's very unique to business because it shows dynamism, tactfulness, wittiness, astute thinking, and all that. Salesmanship and all that. It's Rahu. And lastly, Mercury. Now, Mercury falls on both sides, on both business and employment. Mercury gives efficiency and reliability. All right, so that's about for the business, okay? Now, in the same chart, you need to look for employment. Of course, later you need to compare the results. If you look at the employment, there are three houses that you need to look at. The first and the prime importance is the 6th house. That's the main one because it shows responsibility and adherence, okay? It is very important quality because the quality to obey someone and performing your work with utmost sincerity and dedication is epitome when it comes to employment. It's very, very important to have that. Obey means not servitude or submissive. I mean, obey means you accept the fact that this is a job given to you and you're going to do to the best of your responsibilities. That's what it means, right? Now, the next house is the 10th house. As I said earlier, 10th house is on both sides, business and employment, regardless, because it shows confidence, positivity, tolerance, and hope. And the 11th house, again, shares on both sides, shows gains when it comes to relationship with the 6th house. Okay. Earlier in the business, I said the 11th house has the gains and its relationship with the 3rd. This one is the gains and the relationship with the 6th house, the 11th and the 6th. Now, that's about the houses. The grahas, there are also 3 grahas. Ketu, which is unique to only employment, because it involves research and one is a focus in one job, single-mindedness and all that. Ketu. Mercury is on both sides, efficiency, reliability, and lastly Jupiter is only exclusive to employment, where it shows teamwork and supporting qualities. Okay, so now these are the 2 areas that you need, facets that you need to check in both sides, in business and employment. Next is with, as I said, when I say check means there's just so many things for you to check, not just drishtis, not just the conjunctions, not just the argalas or whatever the connections are. Everything. The most important is the nakshatras which are residing in it and how they are in relationship with the gunas, and all that needs to be checked. Okay. So once you have checked, then once you have weighed between both and see whichever one is more gravitating towards the client, then you can do the prediction. Okay. So I know this is a long video, but I hope it will bring you some kind of assistance during your consultation. So I hope it is helpful. Thank you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Namaste.